Shalom party people, and welcome to the 12th C. It is November 10th, 2022. Approximately 67 degrees Fahrenheit at 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish, the time of my run this morning. I did 3 miles in 25 minutes with a 35-pound stroller. And I guess not in tow. I guess I was in tow of the stroller, especially going downhill. Had peanut butter banana oatmeal for my breakfast, had chicken teriyaki rice noodle vegetable stir fry for lunch, and then had pizza for dinner. Had sugar-free crackers and spinach to go along with all of that as well. All in all, photo gallon, weigh in at 197, finished 12 Rules for Life, reading Extreme Ownership now, and then Psalm 141 through 150. Just kind of trucking through. Like I was saying the other day, more than halfway through. Turned down some sheet cake today because apparently that cake was the sheet. I didn't know, don't care, but a brother of mine was like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna make it about halfway home, and then you're gonna wish you had that sheet cake." And I'm like, well, I took a piece to my wife, and she ate it in front of me. And I mean, I'm sure it was good. She said it was, but just I'm not about putting all that sugar into my body. I want to put sugar in my body. Want to eat all the Halloween candy that hadn't been eaten yet. Of course, what's probably left is just candy corn and almond joys by now, so I'll do fine without. But yeah, just getting into Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink again, and it's a great book, and something that I always want to have at the forefront, especially when I'm working with my wife, especially playing zone for kids, is just cover and move, is that we need to cover for each other, and that neither of us can be the superstar, and that we're gonna have good days, we're gonna have bad days, and it's gonna be about hey, I'm gonna step in and fill shoes, and you're gonna step in and fill shoes, and it's gonna be okay. Especially with youngins, it's just a lot. Especially with a toddler, it's a lot, and that's part of it. And I know it's gonna get better, and it's gonna get worse, and it's just gonna be awful, and then wonderful, and then awful again. And that's part of having niños running around, and just pouring our hearts into these kiddos that we love. But nobody can be a superstar all the time, and we need to cover for each other, so that way we can cover and move. And I really like that Jocko Willink opens his book with cover and move, and that it's the fundamental rule for their combat. And for us being parents, we need to cover and move. Need to allow one person to reposition to a better position, so that way they are in a position of strength, and then they can cover for our weaknesses, and then we can get to that position of strength. And that's the whole point of conditioning, like for this channel, is we get to a position of strength, and we're going to need people to help get us there. And nobody survives alone. And then it's been said a whole bunch of different ways, but I love the way Phineas and Ferb said it. And yeah, Dad who loves Phineas and Ferb. I wish that show had been on when I was in grade school. But there's survival, and then there's living, and where you have that real life is people, and covering for people, so that way they can move, and then they will cover for you, so that way you can move. And people are the best and the worst thing about life. It's a fact of it. And when I'm forgetting the verse off the top of my head, but I'll put it down in the description, is that we're supposed to outdo one another with acts of kindness and love. And hey, I can't be perfect. You can't be perfect, but we're just gonna keep loving on each other. We're gonna keep allowing each other to do their business. But yeah, all in all, I would love to get some sleep tonight, and then before that, I gotta go work on a couch and make sure that everything is copacetic and that the arm of this couch will stand up to pressure, because it is failed. Thank you for everybody who has been sending words of encouragement. Being more than halfway through is something that habits are set, and it's good, but start to get into moments of complacency. All in all, this is a fun journey. It's a fun ride. It's really interesting doing this with kiddos. Having done 75 hard previous instances, I do feel like I'm kind of in a routine, which is good and bad. But at the same time, I feel like this 75 hard stuff is the only thing that's keeping me in a routine with young children. And I think that is good. I do think about wanting to grow this channel. I mean, my kids come first, and that's part of it. And the day that this interferes with my kiddos is the day that this thing is gone in the trash, because they totally come first. Never even going to let this approach to coming in between me and my wife. And like, that is just non-negotiable. But all in all, thank you for all the support that everybody's been sending. It really has meant a whole lot. Thank you for dropping stuff down in the comments. Thank you for liking videos. Thank you for sharing. I don't really know where this channel is going to go. I do definitely want to run Tough Mudders, do classes. I want to invest in some better equipment at some point when this kind of gets going and has the viewership worth investing in the better equipment. I would love to do some point of view videos, taking classes where I'm running and gunning and doing fun stuff. I want to do some point of view while I'm doing Tough Mudders. I want to do some just getting out, throwing my rucksack on, going for walks, setting fires and cooking over those fires, sleeping outside, because setting radios up, that's something that I need to get into better, is handheld radios. But all in all, I really appreciate all the support from everybody, and thank you for being a reason that I want to condition to be better. I want to get my camera presence better. I want to get my cadence while I'm speaking at the camera, because I normally talk pretty fast, but on camera, for some reason, I talk slow. And that's something that I need to really work on. And I don't know if it's I need to plan out scripts better, or if I need to just shoot and reshoot or get good at editing, or what. But all in all, I really do appreciate the support, especially when these videos aren't really worth watching. But thank you, everybody. Go do hard things.